Alright, we're over here installing a 1/2-inch backer-board on a shower wall. We already got the shower curb done and the shower pan. You can watch my videos on how to do that. We're going to be talking about things you should and shouldn't do in a shower. If you're doing your own shower, you're a do-it-yourselfer, you might not know these simple things that even some professionals make mistakes on because there's no class for this. You learn as you go. Better experienced people learn more. They don't get callbacks. Okay, I'm going to talk about this 1/2-inch gap and how important it is. It starts off at a 1/2 inch here, inch in the middle, about a 1/2 inch there. But what this gap is, it's intentional. You see professional tilers, you could watch them on YouTube, and they put this shower backer board over the plastic all the way on the floor, and they don't lift it off. If you don't believe that this is the biggest mistake you can make, take a piece of this backer board, dip it in a cup of water, and have it sticking out, and watch that water wick all the way up to the top of that. It'll go up to like this high, and after 2 months, watch it get black mold on it. So the thing you want to do is, if you're doing a shower pan, keep it up about an inch. You're going to red guard this entire area and this entire floor all the way up to this 3-piece drain flange. Okay? Same thing goes for your shower curb. And you'll see I got screws in here, but on the other side of this, I've got clear silicone, big globs this big, before I put this in on the back side and the overside. This could be made out of cardboard, it doesn't matter. Red guard over this and nothing will leak. You can do a water test if you want. After you've completed your entire shower, fill it up with water and let it sit. I'll do that after I got the red guard, which I've already done before I put this shower pan in. Something you gotta also remember if you're a first timer, do-it-yourselfer, or if not, maybe you just need to learn something if you're a professional. Put a slope on this. So when water hits this, it slopes downwards into here. Also, you're sloping this. Doing the same for the shower curb. Some people won't put a slope on their shower curb, and you got water sitting right here, and it'll get up in your grout line if you do have a grout line, and if not, you just want your shower draining down, so put a slight slope on it. Talking about how to cut 1/2-inch backer board. Very difficult, not a lot of videos on YouTube. A lot of people try different things. What I did here was drill a hole in here with a drill bit that was made for cutting. You could see it has a gold tint to it. That drills your hole to start it out. I've got a circle drawn out, and I used a jigsaw with a fine-tooth blade and constantly got it wet so it didn't dull out, and went really slow. It's a little time consuming. It took me about probably 5 to 10 minutes to cut that out. Also, this board is very heavy. Make sure that you get almost a 2-inch backer board screw. Don't use drywall screws. They're not made to hold this type of weight. All right, these are backer board screws. They're a little expensive. You get about 150 of them for about, I think I paid $10 for this. Okay, that's the size I got for this backer board. I got a niche going on in the wall, so we're gonna cut this out, and we're gonna cut the 2x4s, and we're gonna have a little bit of a slope on my shelf also, as well as just like the shower curb I talked about. Because when water hits it, we don't want that water just sitting there. We want it to drain down. All water must go into that drain, remember that. For you beginners who don't know what red guard is, this is about 50 bucks for this. 100% worth it. Okay, make sure you don't get a substitute. There's a lot of crap on the market, and you don't want your shower leaking in the future. But what this is, a waterproofing membrane. You give it about 2 to 3 coats, 3 coats in the corners, 2 coats everywhere else, and you're like 99% sure you're not gonna get a leak. Don't skip this just because it's 50 bucks for you cheapskates. Make sure you use it, make sure you get it. If you don't know how to put it on, you just use a brush, roller. You can watch many videos that are made on YouTube for it. I'm gonna put them in now. Those of you guys who don't know about a hammer drill, and you find it very difficult to install these screws right here made for backer board, they actually have a lock on them. You see the edge of that where it locks in place. That's why I told you guys don't use drywall screws. They can start to unscrew, cause cracking on your tile and whatnot. This is what they're made for. That's why they're a little bit expensive. For about 150 of them, they're about 10 bucks. But A hammer drill actually feels like a hammer going boom, boom, boom into it, causing it to embed itself into the backer board. Take it slow so your backer board doesn't crack. You don't have to pre-drill these. So that's why if you go to try to screw them in with a regular drill, it's not a hammer setting, they won't knock themselves into the backer board. I actually have these screws going flush and they're just going bang, bang, bang. And I'll record it right now so you guys can hear what it sounds like. All right, so I'm gonna put some of these screws in so you guys can hear the banging. I don't know if it's gonna actually let you guys hear it, but it's just going boom, boom, boom right into the wall. So if you can hear that banging when I push on this, when this is pushed, it's like boom, boom, boom right into it like a hammer. So it's actually hammering it into the wall. That's what it's actually doing. Look for a drill that has a hammer setting. All right, just a quick tip for you guys when you're putting backer board into the wall. I pre-marked where the studs were on the wall. I'm gonna paint it anyways, but that helps you guys know where the studs are. Because once you put your backer board up and your first screw, you're like, man, I wish I knew where that stud was. Well, if you mark it, you can take a leveling bar, I got a 4-foot leveling bar, and I place it up against the wall and go straight down. That helps you know where all the studs are. Make sure you don't screw any screws into any pipes. Also down here, what I did was with the shower pan liner, don't forget, you don't want to put any screws in below about 7 to 8 inches. If you have to, just keep them over the level of the shower curb, at least a couple inches over. You don't want to pierce your shower pan. If you have to, you can. If you're going to use the red guard, you'll be safe. But I just take all precautions and I keep mine about 8, 9, 10 inches above where the shower pan liner is. So I hope this video helped you out on one tip or another. If it did, give me a thumbs up. Thanks for watching.